Okay, good morning, class. Let's look at what we are going to be doing today. So here's what we're doing today. I think I made some changes to the handout. Let me see though. Okay, so we are going to discuss Windows 10 desktop handouts, review what a shortcut is. We're gonna start customizing the desktop and discuss what it means to customize the desktop. We're gonna do our touch typing practice. And we're going to continue to discuss customizing the desktop by creating folders on the desktop. So before we do that, there's one video about the desktop that I'd like us to watch. All right, let me see if this is a fast
If you're
one.
just getting started with Windows,
Oh yeah, that's a fast one. So let me slow it down.
if you're just getting started with Windows, learning how to navigate the desktop is a great way to start. Let's take a look at the desktop, which is this. If you're just getting started with Windows, learning how to navigate the desktop is a great way to start. Let's take a look at the desktop, which is the screen you see here. It includes a desktop background, also known as your wallpaper, and the taskbar at the bottom of the screen. The taskbar is where you'll find shortcuts to some of the applications on your computer, as well as the Start button. You can click the Start button to open the Start menu. Here you can see a list of applications. You can click an application to open it. You can also find shortcuts to your settings, documents, and more. The taskbar is also where you'll find the File Explorer. It allows you to view and open files and folders. For now, I'm going to close the window by clicking the X. Let's check out more features on the desktop. The desktop is the main workspace for your computer. To open a program, file, or folder, just double-click the icon. Each time you open something, it will appear in a new window. You have the ability to move windows by clicking and dragging the top of the window. When you're done, just release the mouse. If you have more than one window open at a time, you can quickly switch between them by clicking the one you want. Or you can click the icon for it on the taskbar. You can also maximize it so it fills the entire screen. Just click the square near the top right corner. Click it again to return the window to its original size. When you're finished, closing the windows is easy. Just click the X. If you want to quickly search the files, settings, or applications on your computer, you can use the search feature. Just click the search bar and start typing, and it will show a list of results. Now you know the basics of getting around the Windows desktop.
GCF Global, creating.
Okay, so there are also a couple of other videos that I want us to watch about managing Windows desktop.
The box that appears in front of you is known as a window. The box that appears in front of you is known as a window. There are three buttons located at the top right of every window. They are Minimize, Maximize, and Close. When you click the Maximize button, it fills the entire screen. The Maximize button will be replaced with a Restore Down button, restoring the window to its original size. The Minimize button will minimize the window. To restore the minimized window, click it once where it was minimized. The red X, when clicked, will close the window.
And the last one.
I'll begin this lesson by opening Excel. I'm on the Windows 8 desktop. I'll begin this lesson by opening Excel. I'm on the Windows 8 desktop, so I'll click the Start button, then the Excel 2013 tile, and I'll select the blank workbook template to open a new blank workbook.
I
The
want,
main Excel window has a dazzling
I want you to know that he's talking about Excel here, but this applies to any window that you open. That's from, what the basic one?
array of buttons, switches, and other artifacts. By the end of this course,
Start it again.
I'll begin this lesson by opening Excel. I'm on the Windows 8 desktop, so I'll click the Start button, then the Excel 2013 tile, and I'll select the blank workbook template to open a new blank workbook. The main Excel window has a dazzling array of buttons, switches, and other artifacts. By the end of this course, they're all going to make perfect sense to you, and you'll feel really comfortable with Excel. But for now, we'll explore the big picture by looking at how the Excel window can be sized and moved. The details will come later. In this lesson, I want to focus on the three rightmost buttons in the top right-hand corner of the Excel window. I'll hover over each in turn to see the tip. The first button is the Minimize button. The center button is the Restore Down button, and you've already used the Close button that will close Excel. Let's first try clicking the Minimize button. When I click this button, Excel reduces to an icon on the bottom taskbar. And if I click that icon on the bottom taskbar, Excel reappears. Now let's look at the next button, the Restore Down button. When you click the Restore Down button, Excel shrinks so that it becomes a window on the desktop. When Excel has been restored down, you're able to resize the Excel window. If I hover over the right-hand border of the window, you'll see a double-headed arrow cursor shape. And if I now hold down the mouse button and drag, I can resize the window in the horizontal plane, making it wider or narrower. If I hover over the bottom of the window or the top of the window, I can resize in the vertical plane, making the window taller or shorter. And if I click and drag on one of the corners, I can resize the window in both the vertical and the horizontal plane. Now let's look at moving the window around. If I click in the top title bar and drag, I can move the window to any location on the screen. You might have noticed that the Restore Down button has now slightly changed in appearance and become a Maximize button. If I click the Maximize button, Excel is once again maximized on the screen. Let's now close Excel by clicking the Close button at the top right of the screen. And you've now completed Lesson 1.4, Maximize.
Any questions?
the Excel, the one up there, next to the minimize, it has different number, right?
Any window, even this one, the browser. Every window has the minimize. If it's maximize, this one is going to be the restore down, and we have the close. When you click the restore down, it makes the window smaller, and then you can resize. You can resize. When it says maximize, you can click to make it fill in the whole screen. But when it's filled in the whole screen, you cannot resize. You cannot resize. So you have to, in order to resize a window, you have to restore down. You have to restore down, and then you can resize. From the sides, from the top or bottom. Remember, any window from the top or bottom, and from the corners. From the corners. From the corners, the best way to resize, because you can do horizontal or vertical. Okay? And resizing is not moving the window. Resizing is just changing the size of the window. If you want to move a window, you have to click on an empty space at the top of the window, click, hold your click, and then you can move the window. That's how you move a window. If it's, let's say if it's a Word, if it's a Word window, you would want to click, here is an empty space, right? You can click and drag it down, even if it's maximized. If it's maximized, you can click in this empty space and drag it down and put it in the restore down position. Another thing that you can do is you can take it all the way either to the left, and it will snap on its own, or you can drag it, but you'd have to click over here to drag it all the way to the right, and it snaps as well. Let me show you that again. If it's maximized or if it's restored down, either way, you can click on an empty space and just either drag it to the left or click in an empty space and drag it to the right. Either way. I'm not sure. Let me see if it works if I drag it down to the bottom. No, doesn't work like that at the bottom. Oh, well, no, it doesn't work the same. Any questions about that?
So inside in the minimize, we use the same click to the top.
Repeat that?
Inside in the minimize, we use the same place to click. When you minimize and when you
No, when you, these here, the minimize, the restore down, and the close.
no, inside and maximize in the same place.
Resize and maximize.
You don't click the same place.
Resize, you want to resize the window.
If you want
If you want to, no, maximize is here. This is, it's when it's totally maximized, when it takes up the whole screen, it's in the maximized position. So if you want it to be a smaller window, you click the restore down. You click restore down. Oh, it went all the way down at the bottom. You click the restore down, and then you can resize. You can only resize when you click restore down. But moving is different. Moving, you have to click at the top in an empty space at the top to move the window. Because resizing and moving are two different things. So if you have a window open on your screen, go ahead and maximize it. Maximize it. Find an empty space at the top and just drag it down. But make sure you maximize it first. Find an empty space at the top and drag it down. Find an empty space at the top and drag it down. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do that again. Please watch. Use your mask, please. Any window, if I'm going to do the word window, you want to find an empty space at the very top, all the way at the top. If you want to resize, you can drag it down and there. Now it's in the restored down position. And you can put your mouse pointer on the border to resize it, either on the side, at the top. You have to wait until you get the double-sided white arrow when you put your mouse pointer on the border, and you can resize that way. You can also put it in the corner. You always wait until you get the double-sided white arrow, and then you can resize. Let's maximize the window again. Now let's drag it down and to put it in the restore down position. Drag it down. To drag it down, you find an empty space and just click and drag. Click, hold your click and drag. Maximize it again. Click in an empty space at the top, drag it down. Okay, so now let's maximize it. Let's go to the three buttons in the upper right corner. And let's start with the minimize. Click minimize. Where does it go when you minimize, when you click minimize? It goes to the taskbar. So you have to come down to the taskbar and look for it. Look for the icon, right? If it's a Word document, you look at the Word document. If it's Google Chrome, you look for Google Chrome. If it's File Explorer, look for File Explorer. If it's Excel, look for Excel. So it was a Word document that I was using. You were probably using something else. So I just click and it maximizes. To the right of the minimize button is the restore down. Put your mouse pointer on it. What does it say?
Restore down.
Restore down. So when you see restore down, it means that the window is completely maximized and covers the whole screen. And you cannot resize it when it's maximized. So in order to resize it, when it's maximized, you have to go to the restore down, click on it, and then you can resize it. You can also move it when it's in this restore down position. In order to move it, you have to find an empty space. Click, hold your click, and just drag and move it. Move it wherever you want to move it. Doesn't matter where. It will go anywhere. And remember, if you want to snap it on the right side, you come over to this side over here, the left side at the top, find an empty space, click, hold your click and drag and take it all the way to the end and it snaps automatically. Let's do that again. Let's maximize. Let's maximize. Let's click at an empty space at the top. Let's drag it down. Now try to snap it to the right now. Snap it to the right. Instead of using task view, we taught you how to use task view, but I think this is easier. I used to teach it before, but I used to teach it in a different way, which was more difficult. Or you can take it and drag it all the way to the left and then let go. And then if you want, let's say you want zoom, you click zoom. I'm sharing, you can't see my zoom because I'm sharing. And click the other one and it's right there. Any questions? Okay, let's talk a little bit about Zoom. Let me minimize this. Let me minimize this. Let me minimize this. Let me stop sharing. I want everyone else to join Zoom. To join Zoom, you can go to Schoology. I said I want everyone to join Zoom.
Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
Mute your microphones, please. Oh, I had it muted. Oh, geez. So all of that part, you're not gonna hear anything because I muted my microphone. Had my microphone muted. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and open our Windows 10 desktop handout. Our Windows 10 desktop handout. Did everyone download it already? Anna, did you download it? I don't know if you were here. You did? Okay. Go to File Explorer. Go to your Windows 10 folder and File Explorer. And you should find Windows 10 Desktop Handout. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go down to page 4. On Friday, we talked about the Windows. Oh, before we do that, let's go to Schoology. Let's go to Schoology. The main page in Schoology, you see the circles at the top. The gray one is the lesson plans. In order to see your homework, you have to open the lesson plan for that day. So go ahead and click the lesson plan circle. And you go to, oh, this is week 2. I put it in week 2. Should go in week 3. But click week 2. I'm sorry, no, it's already open in week 2. But I should have put it in week 3, not week 2. Oh, and it's in the wrong order. So down at the bottom, you'll see a lesson plan for 2/13/2023. Go ahead and open it. It's difficult. Let me see if I maximize it, if I can see it any better. Now you have, oh, wait, I didn't write the, oh no, this is for the 13th. I didn't do I did not write okay, the lesson plan. I didn't write the homework in the lesson. Oh, what's that? 13. How come it's showing that? 213. 213. Okay, download the one, 213. Download it, go back to week 2 at the top. See the yellow folder at the top, week 2, click week 2. I could have downloaded it from where I was. So we're gonna download it. Plan, lesson plan 14. Mhm. Oh, okay, so it's there. You don't see it in Schoology. You see, you can't see it in Schoology. So that's the homework at the all the way at the bottom. In yellow at the bottom, that's the homework. So this is today's lesson plan. Okay, so your homework is to practice touch typing. Complete exercise 1 on page 6 of the desktop. So page 6 of the desktop. This is page 6. That's exercise 1 that you have to do. When you finish this, although there are more exercises to do, there's exercise 2 and there's exercise 3. You're gonna submit it when you finish exercise 1, when you finish exercise 2, when you finish exercise 3, because I don't want to have to grade all the exercises at one time. Any questions? Huh?
This homework is exercise 1. The one you got today, it will be exercise 1.
Did you read it?
Just in homework.
Did you read it? Go to the bottom and read it. Read it.
Yeah, that's right. Complete exercise number 1, page 6. Mr. Randa,
Yes.
can you repeat again the last part?
The what?
The last part about the homework?
What?
You were explaining where to find the homework, right?
On the lesson plan, the bottom part of the lesson plan? Mhm.
Okay, then complete exercise. Oh, that's the handout, okay.
The complete exercise 1 on page 6 of the desktop handout. This is the desktop handout that we just opened. The desktop handout. Windows 10 desktop. That's the desktop handout.
We just made it, we are finished.
Hmm?
We are going to need it, we are finished.
When you finish exercise 1, you submit. When you finish exercise 2, you submit. When you finish exercise 3, you submit. Okay, repeat that.
Where do we submit it? Which place? Same?
It's the Windows 10 folder. Windows 10 folder. I didn't set it up yet, but then you go to the assignments folder. Okay, let me edit this. While I do this, let's take our break. Be back at 10:14.
You said 14, right?
Hmm?
You said 14.
Hmm?
14. Oh, no, 13. The lesson plan for 14.
No, each day has its own, each day has its own homework.
But today what you give us homework is 13, 2023, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Lesson plan plus.
Today's lesson plan. Today is Monday, February 13th, 2023.
Oh,
So that's today's lesson plan.
okay.
Tomorrow's lessons plan is gonna have a different homework.
Oh, For today's February 15th, click on it. After today's February, you click on it. Do download it. Homework, register, complete exercise. One, on page 6 of the desktop panel. Then you have to go to the desktop panel, then look at page 1. And then you have to you have to find first the desktop panel. Desktop panel, what do you find? Yeah, you think I just desktop, let's go to file. Don't worry, don't worry. Pick one right now. Do the desktop. Then let's do for the desktop. With the desktop, not the desktop. Because this instruction says on the page, English page. No. Wow. This is what it's not. We can press one for phone. But I'm one for phone, I can get that. Let's go to that station.
Okay, so let's look at our asynchronous assignment. So let's go to Schoology. We go to Schoology, open the asynchronous assignments folder. Asynchronous assignments folder. And there you have number 3, North Star Lessons. Let me check to make sure that it's ready to be submitted. Yes, North Star Lessons is ready to be submitted. Let's go ahead and download it, and we're saving it in the asynchronous folder in OneDrive. Asynchronous folder in OneDrive. Asynchronous folder in OneDrive. Anyone needs help saving? Let me. What's that? Lost what? Okay, so we click File, Save As. We have to enable editing first. Click Save As, Browse. Always start on the left by clicking OneDrive Carlos Rosario. Then on the right, double click Computer Basics 2. Then double click Asynchronous. So this is what it looks like. There's no link here. There's no link. So you're gonna complete North Star Windows lesson. So you're gonna log into North Star. So go to your browser. You should have North Star bookmarked. If you don't have North Star bookmark, raise your hand so we can help you bookmark it. So go to school, go to your browser. What? Did you open this?
Yes.
Now go to your browser. You should have North Star bookmark, so click a new tab. Click a new tab. Click a new tab. And click North Star. You should have it bookmarked down here. See, bookmark. So you click that. What? No, you have to click on the bookmark. Click. What do I mean when I say click?
Left click.
Left click. So you have to click North Star, the bookmark, and then you log in. She already have what?
What's the problem?
You don't have it? North Star. Log in. Are we logging in with, I think you're logging in with your school email? Your personal email? So personal email or school email?
It's your school email.
School email. So try both. If your school email doesn't work, then use your personal email. Uh-huh. And yes, you are at a testing location because Carlos Rosario is a testing location. A North Star location. Yes, you are at a North Star location. You logged in? Aki, you logged in? Carmen, were you able to log in? Anna, were you able to log in?
Scroll down.
Did you log in?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to the to the instructions. So after you log into North Star, number 2, in the essential computer skills section, look for Windows. So you have to look, okay, here is the essential computer skills section, right? Because there are 3 sections. There's the essential computer skills section, there's an essential software skills section, and there's the using technology in daily life section. So we are using the essential computer skills section. We're looking for Windows. So once you find Windows, you click Lessons. Here's Windows. So we click Lessons. Go back to the instructions. Then scroll down to the Getting Started with Windows section and complete what is Windows and Windows parts. Then scroll down to the getting started with Windows. That's the only section you're gonna do, right? There are other sections. There's working with Windows, there's organizing files and folders. We're only doing getting started with Windows. So all you have to do is just click what is Windows,
Computers need 2 things to work,
and then you
hardware
click
and
next.
software.
You
The
click
win.
next.
Now you try it.
After each, it
Click on the desktop.
click on the desktop, click on the desktop.
The taskbar is a place to keep programs you use often and see what programs are currently
Okay.
open.
So you're gonna
Usually,
go,
the taskbar includes a search box tool.
right now
You can
you're
type the name
doing
of a program
Windows
or file you are
parts.
looking for in the search box
You're
to
doing
find.
Windows
Now you try it.
parts.
Computers need.
You're doing Windows parts. So those are just the 2 sections. When you finish the Windows part, that's it. And you'll see up here above, you'll see up here above how much you completed. If you took an assessment, a test, it will show you your grade. If you did the lesson, it will show you how much you completed. Right? So far, I have completed 40%. And I'll be able to see that, and I'll be able to give you a grade according to how much you have completed. Any questions? This is a asynchronous assignment. And it's you. Any questions? No, just listen. You already muted? Yeah. You just go next after you finish the video. You click next. Any other questions?
So, once you, I think one of our segments, that's on the discussion after.
You have to do that.
Yeah, but I think I said,
Yeah, and then you have to watch the video, click next, do the next thing, click next, do the next thing, click next, and you finish with that. Right?
okay, so not, so you don't have to go back to that question, to say what is legal.
No, you just click that.
And
And make sure you're only doing this section, getting started with Windows. You're only doing that section.
this one. So finish all
So click that again, what is Windows? See, at the top it tells you what is Windows quick back. And then it tells you Windows parts. Okay? So at the top, it's gonna tell you where you're working. At the top here. Okay. So you're only doing what is Windows? You're only doing, okay, you're only doing this section, getting started with Windows. What is Windows and Windows part? That is.
It asks you what is the job of the window, yeah?
This is the asynchronous assignment.
So we're gonna answer,
It's something different.
we're gonna answer what is window, yeah, answer.
No, you're gonna complete that. Because you see what you're doing? You just keep going next after you finish, until you finish Windows part. That's all you're doing.
Thank you.
You just gotta keep clicking next.
But you can't, from here, what I listed, I can't answer, because I already answered.
This is just this here. This is not the homework. No, the homework is something different. The homework is something different. This is separate. Any other questions?
Can we listen to the video many times, or
Hmm?
can we listen to the video many times? Like
Yeah, you can watch it as many times as you want. And remember, once you're in,
Computers need two things to work: hardware.
at the top, it tells you what part you're in. What is Windows? It tells you you're in what is Windows 7. Then the next.
The Windows 10 operating system has many parts. The desktop is the main screen you see after you turn on your computer and log into Windows. On the desktop are icons. Now you try it. Click on the desktop.
At the top, it will tell you Windows parts. When you're finished with Windows parts, that's it.
And it's gonna be, we have to pick a new one,
Repeat that.
it will be done.
It will review. It will review. It will review Friday, February 24th. This is the third asynchronous assignment. Any other questions before we move on? Okay. Okay, so let's go back to our handout. Wait, okay, I'm still recording, okay. Okay. So on Friday, we talked about what the desktop is. So who could tell us what the desktop is? At least the Windows 10 desktop. What is it?
The desktop, it is screen when we turn on the computer, and we will go to see the screen and all the details will be covered.
So it's the screen, when you turn on the computer, that's what you see, the desktop.
A desktop, a desktop contain icon.
Right, that was my next question. The Windows 10 desktop contains what? icons, and the taskbar. That's all the Windows 10 desktop contains. When you first buy a PC computer, it comes with only one icon. The brand new computer comes with just one icon. The recycle bin. And talking about PCs, I saw in the one second. Anticipation guide. The anticipation guide, Windows 10 operating system. That number 6, too many students got that incorrect. And I think it's because PC is a bit confusing. And I did differentiate. I didn't, like I did with desktop, right? I said the lowercase p is the desktop computer. The uppercase P is the desktop screen. So I didn't provide a difference between those. So let me tell you, whenever you see PC, the two letters, P and C, it means the type of computer. No, I'm sorry. It means that it's a Windows computer. PC means that it's Windows. And if I want to mean personal computer, I'm going to write personal computer. But if I say PC, it's always a Windows computer. Otherwise, I would say personal computer. Any questions? So we have icons and the taskbar when you first open a Windows 10 computer. And then we talked about shortcuts. Shortcuts. Okay. Shortcuts. I think I left my phone. To take a picture of that. Because I want to write that on a paper and put it someplace else. I think I can take it with this camera. I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it. Because Zoom is using the camera. Yes. the whole thing. Great, thanks. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So, oops. So we talked about icons on the desktop that have the blue curved arrow in the lower left, and icons on the desktop that do not have that curved blue arrow. Who remembers the difference? If it has, Clara, if it has a curved blue arrow, what does that mean?
And they have, they got over the, sorry. The file schedule is the file. Arrow.
If it has a curved blue arrow, it means what?
It was the different place.
It's saved someplace else on the computer, in a different folder on the computer. And if it doesn't have the curved arrow, what does that mean? The blue curved arrow, what does that mean? It is saved right there on the desktop. And remember, I mean, it's difficult to imagine this, but the desktop is a folder. And you can see that it's a folder when you go to File Explorer, right? Everything on the left here is a folder. Everything is a folder. So although desktop downloads, documents, and pictures don't have that yellow folder, doesn't mean that they're not folders, because you can do the same thing with the other folders. You can change the icon to make it look like something else. You can change the yellow folder icon, you can change it to make it look like something else. So these, the desktop downloads, documents, pictures, those are all folders that you can save things in. So you can save things in the desktop folder. And we can see if we go to our desktop, we could just right-click an empty space on the taskbar. If we have many windows open, right-click an empty space and look at the bottom and look for Show the Desktop. And there you can see some icons have the blue curved arrow in the lower left corner, and some don't. Some of them, when you place your mouse pointer on them, you get that screen tip, right? That little white box. You get that screen tip that will tell you, okay, some of them give you different information. This Word document tells me it's a Word document, tells me who the author is and the date modified. This one gives me the link, the website address link. This one, Notebook, tells me where this is located on the computer. So if it doesn't have a blue curved arrow, it's not going to tell you, give you the URL. Remember, the URL is the web address. So the ones with the curved arrow, oh no, this one, access the internet. Okay. This one with the curved arrow gives me the website address. So this is for a website. This one doesn't have a curved arrow, just gives me the type and the name of the author.
So in that case, the one without puff arrow is stored on the desktop still.
Right. Nowhere else. So if you were to delete one that doesn't have a curved blue arrow, that means you're deleting it.
Is store or save? Which one is?
Huh?
Is it store or save? Which one is the rightful one to use? Store, save.
It's both, because if it's saved someplace, it is stored there, right? So either one. So,
Not on file, right? It's not in the file. It's not stored in the file now. It's just
let's be clear.
okay. Come again.
Let's be
The one
clear
without the-
about the difference between. We are talking about shortcuts. So the ones with the blue arrow are shortcuts because they are saved someplace else, but we have an icon, a link on the desktop so that we can open it fast. Therefore, the name shortcut. So instead of going to File Explorer and then searching this PC, then opening the C drive, then opening program file, find a program, we create a shortcut on the desktop to make it easier to open, to find. Hmm? Huh?
Can you open up the account?
Yeah, you want-
Can you touch it? You can see how it's open. Can you click here?
Anything on the desktop, how many times do you have to click on it to open? You have to double click anything on the desktop in order to open it. So that's what a shortcut is. Sometimes you install programs on a computer. You install something on a computer and it automatically creates a shortcut on the desktop. And that's usually what you use. So you have no idea of where that file or program or folder is located. Usually a program you install, right? You don't install a folder, you don't install a file. So you usually don't know where that program is saved, right? Because the installation process saves it in a certain folder, someplace on the computer. But it gives you that link on the desktop so that you can find it easily. Now we were talking about files. folders. And programs. Now remember that programs and application mean the same thing. Those two words mean the same thing. So we have a file. To save a file, we usually put it in a folder, right? And then we put it in any type of container, a file cabinet or drawer, wherever we want to save our folder. So in computer world, it's the same thing, right? A file is something you create or that you download or you install on your computer. A file could be a Word document, Excel, workbook, could be a song, could be a picture. So it's difficult to imagine saving a song in a folder, but on a computer, a song is a file. It's a file. So files are saved in folders on a computer. And a program or application is something like let's see. Let me look at some programs. Okay, after that, there's a program. The camera is a program. Cortana is a program.
Program has two distinct meanings. As a noun,
Microsoft Excel is a program. Although you can create a file using the program Microsoft Excel. So a program is something that you can use to create a file. Any questions about the difference between file, folders, programs, applications?
You said it's something they use to
A program or application is something that you can use to create files with. Like Microsoft Word is a program. You can create a Word document file with Microsoft Word. Let's see, a camera. You can create a picture with a camera, right? And the picture would be a file, right? Okay.
So we don't stand the problem.
is a program. The operating system, right? Windows 10 is an operating system. It's a program. Okay, any questions about what a shortcut is?
So we start with the same.
And then the question was, how can you know an application or file represents that?
What question are you talking about?
Number 4.
What?
It was, the question was asking, how can you know?
What questions are you talking about? The homework.
Number 4. Question 4. So the question 4 is asked, how can you know if an icon? How can you know?
Okay,
This stuff.
okay, I changed it, so I'm gonna have you download this updated one tomorrow, because your question 4 is not the same as mine. Although it means the same, but I made it shorter here. How can you know if an icon on the desktop is saved?
This one, what you have?
Huh? But we're not doing the homework now. We're not doing the homework now. Okay. We're gonna review the homework tomorrow. That's when we'll talk about that.
So we submit it today. We have to submit it today. The homework.
The homework, yeah, we're gonna review it tomorrow. Okay, so let's talk about customizing the desktop. Who would like to read page 7? Page 7. Aki, go ahead.
Yeah, but then you find it first.
Okay, who would like to read? Clara, go ahead.
When you write the
What's the title?
customizing using the dot. When you right click anywhere on a computer, you access a shortcut menu. A shortcut menu is a list of commands that can be applied to an object. Go ahead and right click and then click a space on the desktop. Go ahead and right click on an icon on the desktop. Go ahead and right click on an icon on the desktop. Go ahead and right click on an empty space in Taskbar. No. Each shortcut menu is different. Shortcut menu provide options to make changes to the items to our right click.
Okay, so you can see we have shortcut. And then we have shortcut menu. 2 completely different things. What's a shortcut?
So like we did after the period that we.
What?
Shortcut is a shortcut or faster way to do something.
On a computer, we're talking about what a shortcut is on a computer. Shortcut, anyone? What's a shortcut on a computer?
Someone said on the paper to us.
We're talking about the shortcut on a computer, on the desktop to be specific. What's a shortcut on the desktop? What's that?
Well, we create a folder, file.
Shortcut. The ones with the arrow, blue arrow. Those are shortcuts. Why are they shortcuts? Why are they called shortcuts?
Because they are linked,
They are linked.
somewhere else.
They are stored someplace else. So to make it faster and easier to open, a shortcut is created on the desktop. That's a shortcut. A shortcut menu is what we're going to look at now. So don't confuse the two. One is an icon on the desktop that has that blue curved arrow that is a link to something that is saved in another folder on the computer. A shortcut menu will appear anywhere on a computer when you right click. Okay, let's find an empty space on our desktop and right click. What appears is a shortcut menu. Every single time that you right click, you get a shortcut menu. Not a shortcut, a shortcut menu. Every time that you right click. So let's right click on an icon. Let's right click on the recycle bin. You get a shortcut menu. It's different from the shortcut menu that you get when you right click on an empty space on the desktop. Let's go ahead and right click on Google Chrome. Oh, we are all on our desktops right now. Right click on Google Chrome. You get a shortcut menu, but another different shortcut menu, because you're getting a shortcut menu to do something to whatever you are right clicking on. So an empty space on the desktop, you have different things that you can do to the desktop. When you right click on the recycle bin, these are things that you can do to the recycle bin. When you right click on Google Chrome, these are things that you can do to Google Chrome. So each shortcut menu will be different because whatever you are right clicking is different from something else on the desktop or something else somewhere else on the computer. Because every time you right click anywhere on a computer, you get a shortcut menu. And the shortcut menu only applies to that thing that you're right clicking. If you have a folder on your desktop, you right click, it's a different menu. I have a Word document. When I right click on this Word document, some menus, like if I right click on a Word document, it would look maybe similar. It looks similar to when I right click on Google Chrome. But if you look at each of the items on the menu, some might be similar, but some will be different. But if you right click on a Word icon, and then right click on another word icon, it's going to be the same shortcut menu, because they're the same type of program, Word. Any questions? We didn't right click on the taskbar. Let's try right clicking in an empty space on the taskbar. You get a different type of shortcut menu. Let's see, you should have Google Chrome open. So let's right click on Google Chrome on your taskbar. That's a different shortcut menu. It's black, like when you right click in an empty space, but you can see the items. When you write the items on the menu, when you right click in an empty space, and when you right click on Google Chrome, the items are different. Let's see, let's right click File Explorer. That's also a completely different shortcut menu. Let's right click on the Start button. Another completely different shortcut menu. And remember, all of these things applies to the Start button. Any questions?
If by accident we delete an item.
Which kind? A
that-
shortcut or
or the other.
the other one? So if you delete, the computer is gonna ask you, are you sure you wanna delete this?
Oh.
Because it's gonna be removed. No, well, usually it depends on how you delete. You can delete where it will go to the recycle bin, or you can delete where it will be removed from the computer completely. So if it goes to the recycle bin, you can get it back. But if you delete, the way it removes it completely from the computer, it is gone. Gone. Completely gone. So when you're deleting items on the desktop that are not shortcuts, be careful. Because depending on how you delete, and we're going to talk about that when we start talking about the recycle bin, because depending on how you delete, you can just delete something and it is removed completely from the, but usually when you delete, it goes to the recycle bin. And if it goes to the recycle bin, you can get it back. Questions?
Is there any final deletes?
Anyone?
Anything final deletes, like you won't see it again? Is there?
Just what I was just saying. I was just saying that there are two ways to delete. There's one way where it goes directly to the recycle bin, but then there's another way where you can just delete it completely from the computer. Any other questions? So we'll continue. Okay, let's look at the homework. So your homework is to practice touch typing. Complete exercise 1 on page 6 of the desktop handout and submit to Schoology. So when you finish exercise 1, which is on page 6, this is exercise 1. you submit it to Schoology. When you finish exercise 2, which is on page 13, exercise 2, you submit it again. Resubmit it. You resubmit it. And when you complete exercise number 3, you resubmit it again. Because I don't want to sit doing exercise 1, exercise 2, and exercise 3 all at the same time. I want to do one at a time. Any questions about that?
How do we submit to Schoology?
Repeat that?
How do we submit to Schoology?
How do we submit to Schoology? Who would like to tell us how we submit to Schoology? How do we submit to Schoology? And I just told you too before Christina told you.
I can't explain it, but I just.
Who would like to explain how we submit to Schoology? Hmm? Assignment what?
Folder.
So if we go to the main page in Schoology, each folder where we do lessons, right? Class information has one because that was at the beginning of the semester and we didn't have the other. So that one has an assignments folder, but we rarely use that anymore. Then weekly announcement doesn't have an assignments folder. Technology resources doesn't have an assignment folder. Lesson plans doesn't have an assignment folder. Student services does not have an assignment folders. But if we go to asynchronous assignments, we have our assignments folder. If we go to Windows 10, we have an assignments folder. Even typing has an assignments folder because I'm going to ask you at some point, to submit your weekly typing record of your typing results. So right now we are working in Windows 10. So anything that you submit in the assignments folder in Windows 10. Anything that you want to submit anywhere, you submit in the assignments folder in whichever folder. When we are doing Word, you do all the Word assignments inside the assignment folder. And maybe a student can explain, because I can't show you on my computer in my Schoology how to do it because I don't have a student account. But I can tell you that once you click on the assignment, you always see this icon here on the left. That icon tells you that that's an assignment. So you click, and on the right side, you'll have submit assignment, and you click that, and then you submit. If you need help, we can help you with it. But you have submitted assignments already. Okay, oh, it's that time. So see you tomorrow. If you need help with anything, we are here. Thank you. Oh, did everyone get one of these? about the Windows touchpad gestures?
Going past it.
No, some students got it on the. Just play with that to see how to use your touchpad.
Because this is needed twice.
Have a good day.